Hello, it's Carl, and here I am in the lounge of Casa Trebbio over in Italy, and I'm just going to give you a little tour of the house, just particularly the things that I bought, because there's lots and lots of things in here that came from England, because I wanted to kind of create a bit of wood farm over in Tuscany, and as I'm looking in the, in the phone behind me, because I'm recording with my phone, I can see lots of things and know where they came from. But I'm going to go around and show you a number of things now. And the first thing to tell you about, I'm not going to do it all from here. I'm going to whiz around the house and show you. The first thing to tell you about is this picture. I don't know if you can make out, but it's terracotta rooftops. And on there in tiny writing, it says rooftops in Lucca, Tuscany. Weirdly, that's the first thing I bought for this house, and I think before I even owned it. But that came from, where did it come from? Hemmingstone Frames in Stonham Aspel, and my friend David sold me that, and then he sold me lots of things since, including that mirror, a cow picture that's there that I'm going to show you. Basically anything with a frame came from David, or David framed it. So anyway, I'm going to take you around the house now and show you some bits and pieces which you may or may not find interesting. So we're going to start with a few of Carl Lamb's photographs. Carl is our photographer and has been for many years, and some of his photos will be dotted throughout this this particular video. But we're going to start with this table out on the terrace. It's a magnificent beast. It originally came from a French butcher's, came back to the UK. I bought it in Clarabow in Suffolk near Wood Farm, and it's just this huge slab of granite and then this amazing iron base. It's incredibly heavy, and the moment I saw it, I knew that it would be perfect for the terrace over in Tuscany. And there's a picture just coming up of that Carl did of the detail of the bull's heads on the base. And we've got our pizza oven and barbecue over here, and they're actually on a table that I made. So there's some old scaffolding boards that I had, and then I put them across two. You can see just coming into view there these old iron pub table bases, and you can see it there, one underneath the pizza oven there. So, but they just kind of worked out ideal. Anyway, let's go into the house. That'll be me waving as we wander into the kitchen. First thing you will see as we go in is this big French dresser, which the moment I saw that, I thought, ideal in the kitchen here, because I wanted to give it a kind of a rustic feel rather than just doing a built-in kitchen. And you'll see then coming into view there's a table, actually half a table. But my favourite piece probably in here is this pine chest of drawers, which I got at auction over in Suffolk, and I knew as soon as I saw it that I would cut a big hole in it and put a sink into it, because I thought this would be the perfect sink unit for the kitchen out here. Oh, and you can also see the Wood Farm Tuscany fridge magnets there that come from Dutch Barges in Suffolk. And here is the drawer unit again, and it is just the most gorgeous old pine, and I have not touched this other than cleaning it. I don't think I've oiled it or anything. Might have just put a little bit of oil on the top there. This table here is again another auction find. It was cheap as chips, but it was too big for the kitchen, so I cut the back of it off and fixed it to the wall, and I think it worked rather well. This wall unit here I've had for donkey's years. I bought this in an antique shop in Northamptonshire. Oh, years and years and years ago. This is a cookbook cover that I liked. I bought the book, and then I copied the that was me waving again, copied the cover, and my friend David at Hemmingstone Frames did a fabulous framing job on it. Copper pans there came from a French flea market, were brought home to England by my mate Steve, and then I've brought them out to Italy. Those little cups there, I bought with my daughter Lauren years and years ago on a trip over to Tuscany. And then here's one of Carl's photos again. And into the dining room now. This picture here is rather lovely, and I'm very, very pleased with this because this is a black and white picture that was drawn of undernaming by my friend Sam back in sunny Suffolk, and I've had that for years now. Oh, there's me again in the reflection, and again David at Hemmingstone Frames framed it. I do apologise for the clutter. You have to bear in mind I did this video whilst I was staying over in Tuscany for a week, so it's not what I would call showroom condition because there's clutter about. Anyway, the dining table there came from Clara Bow as well. Beautiful oak dining table, and these chairs I bought online pre-pandemic, and they sat in a lockup for about 3 years without even coming out of the packaging. I never saw them until we got over here, and they're very nice, very comfortable, and I think they work really, really well just there. So there's Carl's photo of the dining room. And this corner unit I picked up at an auction. This was £16, and I absolutely love it. It's a bit battered and bruised, but I think it's so cool. Lanterns that are coming into view there are from Clara Bow in Suffolk, but I bought the corner unit at an auction in Suffolk, and again buying it specifically to go into Tuscany somewhere. And inside we've got some glasses and all sorts, and there's a couple more of those little enamel espresso cups from Lucca, I think they were, from many years ago, and some more fridge magnets there. Love this mirror. I think that came from Clara Bow, either from Clara Bow or from an auction. And the lights, I think, all came from Innisfil, and I brought them over. These pictures of urns in the corridor, I have had these probably for about 30 years. I bought them at an antique shop in Long Melford or Lavenham about 30 years ago. And they've kind of followed me around. They were in Wood Farm House for a number of years, but I nicked them and brought them over here. And there's Carl's picture looking down the corridor. So just on the left there is the bedroom, and here it is. The bed cover and the cushions there are from Snape Maltings, and the walnut piece of slab of walnut over on the wall there, I'll tell you a bit more about in a sec. And I've done an entire video on that one because I made that. It was a big piece of walnut that I got from Clara Bow, rubbed it down, oiled it, put some hooks on it to create a space-saving storage solution for the bedroom. These two pictures I bought in San Gimignano a couple of years ago. They're just kind of they're from a well-known photographer from that area, and framed again by Hemmingstone Frames. And there's the walnut a little bit closer up. And as I say, I think I've actually done a video on that just on its own. I just love it. Then there's this unit here. I picked that up at an auction, that blue unit, and I painted it. It was an old pine thing. And then I bought these wonderful knobs online. And that big mirror was an auction buy, I believe. And the bedside tables and the lamps were given to me by a friend of mine. So there we go. That's the bedroom. Into the lounge. I've got two of these tables in the lounge, one either side of the sofa. This is Carl's photo, and they were from Clara Bow. This gorgeous old oak settle was an auction buy again, as was that coffee table in the middle. The pictures over there, the butterfly pictures, I bought in Tain, actually, in Oxfordshire. I was staying with my friend Sarah, and I bought these pictures and then had them framed again by David at Hemmingstone Frames. And I mentioned the first thing I ever bought was this picture of rooftops. So these are, it's an aerial or a drone view, if you like, or probably just from a tower or something. But it's some rooftops in Lucca. And I was in the shop and I just looked at it and thought, oh, that looks very Lucchese, and it is. And as I zoom in here, I don't think you can make it out, but that says Tuscan Rooftops, Lucca. And so that was the first piece of anything that I bought for this house. So here we are again with the pine settle there. There's all sorts of bits and pieces. These lamps that are made from old cameras came from Clara Bow. The old books there. I've been collecting books from the 1800s for many years now, and these all came from there. And there are more of them dotted around Wood Farm as well. There are a number of items on there I'm not sure where I got from. Things like the jars and the rabbit or the hare bookends and the little mice and stuff, but probably snake maltings, much of that. Then this gorgeous old table here. It's actually they're tiny little, very, very thin drawers. I think it's an old architect's piece, but that came from an auction. And that mirror, as I said earlier, also came from Hemmingstone Frames. We'll ignore the fire extinguisher. That's not very interesting. And there's the cow picture that I talked about. This is not the sort of thing that I normally buy, but as soon as I saw that, I knew that it would look amazing in this room. And I think I'm right. I just love it. Gorgeous piece. Very, very colourful, very vibrant. There's the architect's chest again. Now I know those little candle holders definitely came from snake maltings, just in front of the TV there. And there's one of the camera lights that I mentioned as well, sitting on top of a Fortnum & Mason's basket, which I bought in a job lot many years ago when I bought the sofa that's in the granary and a number of other things. The chandelier that's in Old Barn, and I bought this, just happened to have this Fortnum & Mason hamper in with it as well. So I've had that for donkey's years. And there's the coffee table, which we repainted, and that's actually those two halves of the top open up, and you can store things in there. There's various candles and stuff there. That's our guest recommendations book, the brown one on the top, and the black one is our welcome folder. And that's it. Nothing exciting to tell you about the bathroom because it all came from Italy, but I didn't want to leave the bathroom out and risk, upsetting it. Well, I hope you found that interesting, and I hope you enjoyed that little tour of where did I buy stuff over in Suffolk for Tuscany. That's a snappy title, I'll grant you. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also subscribe to the homepage of our website, our newsletters. Down the bottom of the homepage, you can enter your details, and that way I can let you know about any last-minute cancellations if we have them, last-minute availability, competitions, things going on in general as well. So, hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.